Hello, my friends. It's me, Paul McFarlane, again with the Chiat Day Binder. And this is a very special one for my friend David Moore, one of my favorite people on LinkedIn because he posts all the advertising agency ads, seeing how ad agencies, who really used to advertise, how they used to present themselves in print. And I hope he would agree with me that no agency did it better than Chiat Day for the consistency. A lot of agencies did this then, did that then, did this then, did a visual here. But Chiat Day had a style that was just so much better than anybody else's. So let's just dive right in. This is one that was, let's see, this was in New York. Marv Rich, the art director, Ken Siegel, the writer, Bob Dion, who's the creative director, from Chiat Day, New York, the beginning of Chiat Day, New York, for this great ad. Talk about a different way to do it. Okay, the brief is, we're moving offices in New York. What do? Here's our new office. Come see us. We'll make your business grow. I'm looking for an apartment near 16th and 5th because I'm a writer at Chiat Day. I'll have to, leave the day before now because we're moving somewhere else. And the ad is actually signed by Ken Siegel. So it's like, what? See, you don't treat a help wanted ad as something you have to do. It's an opportunity to promote your agency. And when you do an ad like that, I remember I smiled. You can see me smiling now. When I first saw this, it's like I'm seeing it fresh again. It was just like, boom, a fresh new thing. And if you can do your help wanted ads like that, and then they also, and I feel that the great Guy Day was behind this idea. When you lost an account, when every agency loses an account, as soon as you get it, you start to lose it. When you lose it, you do an ad. Not only to show affection, because you'd never know, but also to show that you're not defeated and you understand it. So like these ads, like, so long, Tumwater. Yeah, when the people who bought Olympia beer no longer believed in artisans, they lost an account, which is a shame because it would have been neat to see Olympia grow and grow and grow. And in that ad, so long, Tumwater, they went so far as to list every single employee at the brewery. It's really heartfelt writing, and it reads like Guys, but I could be wrong. An affection. And see, when you do that, another client says, wow, what a cool agency. I just hear they're assholes about creativity, but they really appreciate their clients, and they spend their own money to say that. Wow, I think I'd like to be a client there. They seem to really care. Yeah, see? You think an agency that was supposedly known for being a-holes and crybabies about wanting their way with the creative would never show this kind of affection, but that was the agency too. And this is one that Mark Doyle did. This is actually Pre-Lee as creative director, but it's the one that really, boom, it's like, F you. We're looking for an art director better than anybody at Chiat Day. And I showed this to everyone I knew. This is what I wanted to be. Look what it says, which is perfectly all right for us to say since we're Chiat Day. And we're saying it because we just got past 75 million with no politics, no bad clients, and no excuses for ordinary work. I could have written this. And this would be a hell of a time to start making compromises. Oh, God. So if you don't have a lot of experience, impeccable standards, and blazing speed, you're in the wrong ad. Goodbye. You see, this ad absolutely has informed the way I think. But if you're really qualified, really qualified, there are two things you could do. The first thing is don't call. The second thing is send no more than 6 non-returnable examples of your best work along with a resume to Mark Doyle at the address below. And don't think 6 ads aren't enough. Around here, that's a whole morning's work. Fuck you! We are Chiat. But there's no agency that really espouses that anymore. Why? Is there no more pride in the standards you keep? You can't tell the world this is who we are and we won't change it for anything. We know who we are. We know where we're going and nothing's going to stop us. It's a winner's attitude. And then they put the address. That's South Olive Street. Okay? Whew. That ad really shook me. And I look at it now. And then again, I'm right back there. This one. We're looking for a biker who wears wingtips. Okay, now these ads, and many, many, many people copied this typography. Futura, extra bold condensed, century-old style for the text. Kerned really well. Do you think that these ads were not kerned as carefully as the ones for the clients? Yeah, they were. It was the Chiat way. And if you don't understand that, you don't get that, out you go, or never you come in. And now here's something. This was for San Francisco, and this was a philosophical ad. Chiat is looking for a media person to work in creative. Okay. Is this just an ad that says, well, I mean, look at the Help Wanted ads the agencies run now. They suck. These digital websites, for Help Wanted, they absolutely suck. Write one goddamn fucking headline like this. Come on. Look at this. Looking for a media person to work in creative. No, we won't make you do layouts or write reams of body copy, but we will ask you to get as involved in the ads as the creative team, for the simple reason that the more you know where the ads are coming from, the better you'll be at deciding where they're going to go. They're espousing the fact that Chiat was a creative agency, not a creative department. They did something. And what did they say? We don't welcome creativity from other departments. We demand it. How do you produce the best work in the world unless everyone gets the idea that whatever department you're in, wherever you are, you have to be creative? It's liberating and challenging at the same time. Sorry, I get all worked up about this stuff. This is the thing that absolutely lit the fire under me in 1980, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, and on and on and on to this very moment. Whatever you're doing in the land of TikTok and Instagram and the metaverse, this exact same attitude is needed, however you express it. Even if you're just an avatar going, oh, I'm walking in a room, and oh, there's someone over there. There is someone over there. I am an avatar. Well, you still have the opportunity to express yourself like this. I hope I pronounce this right. Laura Yaklois is having a baby. Joe Sosa is having a fit. It's a personal story talking about the intimacy of the agency and what their needs are because of something. That was Chiat Los Angeles. And this one, which made the rounds quite a bit too, this was, see, everyone got to work on these. That's a cool thing at Chiat. With whoever you were as the art director, the writer, if you were free and open, they had a need, you did a quick meeting and you cranked out something like this. And no matter who you were as the art director, you followed this. Here, this was Human Perdavari. And Human, oh my gosh. And Laura Brandolese. Wow, it says a lot of people worked on this. Wow, this is interesting. Laura Brandolese, another fantastic writer. Marc Deschendis, yeah, great writer. Brent Boucher, and Lee Claude, creative director. This ad got around a lot because, it states what the agency's about. And Dave Moore, if you're still watching this, you know. Now you know all my comments where they come from. Chiat is looking for 2 great account executives. We're also looking for a unicorn, the treasure of Sierra Madre, and the Holy Grail. Bold, clean, well-designed. You know, most agencies back then just had the publication set it. Chiat sent actual camera-ready art because they... Are you guys getting this? Are you getting this? What Chiat was? That surety and knowing who you were, and that swagger of saying, we know, we do things differently than everyone else. Now, my friends at Mischief, who I still say you should take my idea and give as your slogan, Mischief, a wet finger in the ear of culture. There are very few shops anymore that really know their place in culture and what they're trying to do. Here's what it said. We know good AEs really do exist. We actually have a few around here already. I have to respond to something very quickly. And click. Ooh. And now here was a card that I guess they produced for some people who left. You know, whether it was Lee who got an idea and his wish was someone else's command, or someone just had an idea to do it and they printed it and they, hey, this is good. Same way, an ex-employee card. Ever since you left, Chiat hasn't been the same. See? And on the inside it says, now we're all getting huge salaries, company Lamborghinis, Tuesdays and Fridays off, and the place is crawling with 16-year-old nymphomaniacs. Oops, 16-year-old nymphomaniacs. Times have changed. It's a joke, but not anymore. 19-year-old, you would think now, but 16-year-old. Oh gosh, that one hasn't been reproduced. That didn't make it into the Rizzoli book or the 50-year book for an obvious reason, but still, it's like army buddies who suffer together. We're all getting huge salaries, company Lamborghinis, Tuesdays and Fridays off. Because see, there were agencies you could work at that paid you a lot. You maybe got a company car and cushy stuff. You know why? They had to pay more. They offered nothing in the way of psychic gratification. The work wasn't worth it. Now here's one that was done differently, I guess because of Christmas time. This year, the Chiat Christmas party will be held during our regular business hours. And open it up, 6:30 p.m. to 1:30 a.m. See, they wore that as a badge of honor. And it really made other people in other agencies think, gosh, could I do that? Do I care about my work that much? Would I work nights and weekends just to make ads better? Yeah, I mean, not everyone at Chiat liked this. A lot of people at Chiat really did want to do great work and wanted to get paid better and not have to work so hard. It's understandable. But there was that culture, belief, whether it was Amy in the production studio or Lee especially, who didn't understand why people didn't want to work all the time on stuff to make things better. That uneasy, we like to talk about and promote it, but there's a dark side to this. It's like, it's a bit of grim, like I said, army buddies who'd been through basic training. But you know what? That's a discipline that's not really existing anymore. Today we have Gary Vee was guilty of it, Grant Cardone has been guilty of it, other people who just preach you just gotta crush it and push it out there and push it out there and push it out there and post stuff and post stuff. Yeah, and most of those people are saying, take whatever crap you have and just obliterate the world with it so you will win. They were saying, do whatever it takes to make the work better, and that usually takes a longer time. There were people there who played the game and didn't have a social life and would hang out late, just say, yeah, I'm here too. And that's not the same. People, when you get into a work that you really care about, and I hope I'm connecting with some of you here, when you get involved in work that you really love and care about, and time just disappears because you're in the flow, you're in the zone, you're doing something that is love. And then eventually it's like your eyes have to rub it and you think, God, I'm hungry. And you look at the time, you think, wow, where did the time go? This is the culture we're talking about here. This is an agency that knows, or at least knew, who they were. One of my favorites, the Christmas card that had, and the JB Christmas card, Jingle Bells ad, with J&B whiskey. It's pretty good, but not as right culturally. And see, that was just an ad. That was simply just an ad that was clever using the initials for J&B. Something, Ingle L's, right? That was a clever thing using the name. It was an ad, a good ad, but it was nothing to do with J&B's culture. Look at this. Bells. We don't do jingles. See? Look at that. We don't do jingles. Season's greetings from Chiat. We don't do jingles. Not exactly, hardly ever. There was these ads, ad books that were, I don't know who produced them, the agency book, and I used to have it. I don't know what happened to it. Maybe I've got it lost in storage somewhere. The agency book that had double-page spreads that ad agents took out. Brilliant, money-making idea that apparently they would send to big clients, and clients would get the book and look and see what ad agencies said about themselves. Each had a double-page spread. You know what Chiat said? They had this. The client made us do it. And they show Nike. They show Drexel Burnham. They show Yamaha, Ninex, Porsche, Apple, Pizza Hut. Look at that. The client made us do it. I know this book so well. Nobody else in this book had an ad anywhere near as good as this, because they could say, look at this creative work, and instead of saying creative work works better or something like that, that client made us do it. And then it says, make us do it for you too. It's like, make us do it for you. And that's when you were supposed to talk to Gene Cameron. Remember Gene Cameron? Oh, interesting suit guy. Oh, there's some things in here that are kind of all mixed up. This is a picture of Jay trying on his Nikes in his office, even with bazooka bubblegum there, because they did the great bazooka bubblegum thing, Bazooka, when you're tough enough to chew the hard stuff, which was, I think, kind of like what Barton Graff's agency did, that kind of stuff, It was just something really simple, one point of it, and blow it up. What do you say about bubblegum? It was just owning the fact that it's hard. It was the hard bubblegum. And why bazooka bubblegum was hard and why others were soft, I don't know, but they made something of it. And it shows Jay with a quote from the article saying, Jay Chiat maintains that his agency, Chiat, aims to create advertising that people talk about. That certainly has been the case for such clients as Nike and Bazooka, as well as Apple Computer. And look at Happy Jay. Look at that. Seeing the bazooka bubblegum there? That was from World Magazine. And, I have a copy of the Wall Street Journal, Jay's Way, which there was a time, if I got started, I might be able to. I used to be able to recite this. I memorized this whole thing. It's like I just believed in this because he had a respect for the New York tradition and was always looking forward. He was the bridge between the great advertising of the 60s and the great advertising of recent years. Liberating creative. In other words, it says Bill Bernbach and Joel Dane Bernbach connected the art director and elevated an art director and a copywriter together as a team. Jay Chiat got account management, account planning from Britain, brought into this, and made a creative agency. Oh my God. Here from Art Direction Magazine Portfolio, Gary Johns, after he left, with these interesting shoe ads and some of his Chiat work, and a picture of he and Roseanne in Hawaii, one of his Pioneer ads. Yeah, and I have this highlighted, so let's talk about this. What does this say? Again, this is bad Xeroxes. On go my spectacles. Hello. Quoting Gary Johns. If I were going to start an ad agency, said Johns, I'd model it after Chiat. It's a place where the account people get along with the creative people because they all have a mutual respect for each other, which has a lot to do with Jay Chiat and his vision of what an agency can be and should be. And it's a place where people want to work. They've got a saying in-house, creative is not a department. And I know it sounds like a cliche, but it's really true. There's no conflict between marketing and art direction there at all. In fact, some of the most creative people at Chiat Day are the account people. Now, there was a statement to raise the eyebrows of many art directors, especially those who'd been nitpicked to cold fury by the killers from marketing. And he talks about there is that fight. But, my gosh, and that page. Oh, clippings, the WS3A honors Lee Clow. And that was in, like, 86, and Randy Newman plays I Love L.A. You know, Randy Newman was a favor of the agency. And there is Lee in a tuxedo. And his mother was there. We'll talk about his mother tomorrow. Oh, gosh, yeah, more of that. More pictures from that event. William Shatner was there. See, that's the thing. Chiat Day, they flirted with Hollywood celebrity because they were L.A., right? And they could tell a lot of their clients, we're more connected to Hollywood. You want Hollywood, so when we do things, there's some of that. And who's in the picture? Oh, Greg Helm was in here with and Bruce Mowry from Apple. You know, it's a clients and agency people. See Greg Helm, and there's Jay. Let's see. Chiat's Pizza Hut ads topped the Effies. Remember, the Effies were the ad awards where it had to show effectiveness and moving the needle. They really loved winning those awards because they could say we have great creative work, and it works too. A lot of clippings in here. LA Art Directors Club Awards, clippings. Good work will get you more. Yeah. Barchowski Kapos, strive for top quality. This is an article about Mark Kapos, but he talked about his work at Chiat Day. Here's the thing from Madison Avenue, talking about Chiat Day, mentioning some of the Mitsubishi TV work. Remember, we talked about that. Yeah, look at this. Agencies to get a shot at Apple, the Apple Commission. And then here, Los Angeles. Chiat Day co-founder Guy Day, on sabbatical for the past 6 months, has decided to leave the agency permanently. Mr. Day says he will continue to write fiction and eventually may re-enter the ad business. Chairman CEO Jay Chiat says the agency won't change its name. And Wyden Kennedy has appointed Dick Paulson Chief Operating Officer. Those were kind of cool to have. West Coast News. Is there creative life after Chiat Day? Pictures of Gorman and Johns. Gary Johns with his tortured artist, you know. Look. And Jeff Gorman being Jeff Gorman. It was really cool. Well, it talks about Chiat Day a lot in there. And it mentions Brent Boucher when he went to Ogilvy, Hayden when he went to Chiat Day, returned and left again. God, who else is in here? Hayden. God, people went to Tracy O'Lock. That's just terrible. Oh, John Stein. See, the thing was interesting about when people left, when a place is that notoriously famous for doing great work. I'm going to stop here because we got to get into all my correspondence with Lena's mom, which will be a whole day. So let's put this down here. Let's just talk a minute. An agency, when it is known for something, you know, when someone is there and wins awards and is associated with great work, and then they leave somewhere else, it makes that place famous too, as long as they continue it. But what's really sad is when people left for money, understandable, maybe they had families and needs and whatever, and their careers went and became unknown, and Chiat Day stayed famous. Whew. I apologize for anyone who... No, I don't apologize. I get kind of angry and passionate about this stuff because this is the culture that informed my caring about advertising, caring about the typography, caring about the effect that the work has on the public, caring about the halo effect that happens for the client and their growth and what it does for the industry to inspire other people. Maybe Chiat Day should apologize for inspiring me for what I've done to the world and what disruption I've tried to create. But what we're talking about here is quality. excellence, caring about the work. And how do you express that as a culture internally? And how does the culture ever come out into the world? The way it was done then, people would whisper about Chiat. They would read some interviews, they'd hear things, and then someone who knew someone who knew someone, they were at a production facility and they saw the Chiat editing in the next room, they overheard something. Rumors, the rumor mill, about what the culture was like, about how much they worked and all the awards, and God, what did they do? Were they all on cocaine or whatever? Rumors. And now everything is so apparently transparent. We have videos and we constantly talk about our culture and what a great team and what a great team and what a great team we have. Well, a great team is a ubiquitous term these days. Admit it. Whatever you say about wonderful people, how can every agency have the same wonderful, excellent, great team? Because the work obviously isn't the same, and the work isn't all equal. Superlatives wear thin quickly. And owning a superlative, whether it's the word disruption or whatever, when it becomes ubiquitous, what are you left with? The work either means something, the work inspires, the work motivates, the work sells, the work creates a culture of people who strive for excellence, or it doesn't. I care about everything. I don't treat anything as if it's just that. It doesn't matter. It's in production. It's just the final graphic. Let the other people take. No, I don't care. You have to bring excellence to the finish line. You have to fight over those last few inches to bring the great work across the finish line. You have to fight for doing something that means something to this world. You have to fight to make the work more human, more interesting, and to work. Remember, the cost of media and the cost of an agency's time to produce work, you can throw it all in the dirt. You can bury it, you can burn it, you can dump it in the gutter. Or you can really make it shine and mean something by taking that risk. And the risk of caring, the risk of speaking to another human being, the risk of pride, audacity, swagger, and confidence is worth it. I think so. So Dave Moore, hope you enjoyed this. Agency, self-promotion, culture, and ads. These were ads, but they're not just ads. They were creative ways of expressing the truth of the culture of an advertising agency. Now, if you're watching this on LinkedIn, and if you're following other ad agencies now, after what I just shared with you, look at what other agencies do to express their culture. The individuals who make videos talking about what they espouse as values and beliefs, what they think creativity is, how to support good ideas, what work they really champion. Think about it. And measure it against what you just saw here. Want to talk about it?